Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. May God bless you all. We don't come back again with another Bonga update. Right now, I want to hit, the hot news. In Nigeria, the Nigerian government led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in trouble. They are now being dragged left, right, and center. So Pan-African Forum, they have come out to seek justice for Kanu and all Biafrans that has been massacred by the Nigerian government, either this present government or the other one, President Muhammadu Buhari. So, as the Nigerian government has been given ultimatum to, do the needful. You know what? The needful. The Kanu's release, and they are now saying that they are struggling behind Biafran agitators. I'm going to drop the video. We'll go watch them together. So guys, let's get there. I will be right back. But please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Thank you.
On behalf of Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates, to place before the African Union Commission a formal submission on the failure of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to deposit the Article 34, subsection 6 declaration, having signed and ratified to the protocols and the treaty of the setting up of the African Court on Human and People's Rights in Arusha. It is a moment for me, as a person who has struggled all along,
please share the live for
that as we see Nigeria abduct people,
you're welcome,
and as we see the country of Nigeria fall to pieces, we watch abduction, terrorists picking up girls, banditry, hostage, kidnap. We have kept quiet. We have listened, we have watched. With a population of 250 million people, Africa has watched. Africa has neglected to take this step, yet this was a protocol that was endorsed by the African Union itself, by Organization of African Unity itself, and other member states. It is sad, therefore, that today, as we see people who have been killed, maimed, kidnapped, civil strife inside Nigeria, a state falling to pieces, the center cannot hold. The leadership of Buhari did its part to fracture the center of this nation, a great nation in Africa, with the potential to help the very African people, has failed to give an example as a big power, a superpower on the continent of Africa. I have submitted this application before the chairperson of and the AU Chair Commission for them to invoke the articles and take action to the same in order to realize the formation of the African Court on Human and People's Rights, to avoid our people being shipped, to avoid our continent looking at the International Criminal Court as the only alternative. Yet we have mechanisms to stop Africans being exported across to the Netherlands, to give Netherlands more money, to give them more employment, because there are people working in those courts, and yet we want more and more youth on this continent to work on the continent, more lawyers, more professionals, experts, to have our own court that can sentence people, that can look at our bit differences. We have neglected Article 34C, Section 6. Therefore, I've taken the first step to take Nigeria to court. I want to invoke procedurally this journey. This mission, therefore, is made in the interest of advancing foundational principles of the African Union, namely the promotion of human rights across irrespective and the respect of rule of law, access to justice to all African people on their own continent. My Pan-Africanism is different from those who talk, shout, academics who make noise, make statements that I'm not in that theater. I am in a practical theater to use the tools of engagement, the tools of strategic management of this continent. It concerns the continued failure of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a huge state with 250 million people. Every day you open up your TV, you see the people's cry. Abduction, killings, shootings, slaughter, defilement, terrorists. Therefore, Article 34, subsection 6 of the Protocol, the African Charter of the Establishment of the African Court on Human and People's Rights, called AFCHPR, this has been defied, despite the fact that Nigeria ratified the treaty. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pan-African Forum and Associates, Limited and Associated, in line with this mission to uphold justice, democracy, dignity for the African peoples, both in Nigeria from north to east, west to south, the suffering masses of this great nation have taken this respectively, called on the African Union Commission to treat this matter as urgent and to take appropriate institutional action in line with AU legal norms and values, to ask Nigeria as to why people are being killed. People are being killed in Nigeria, slaughtered, abducted, while we are watching. People are disappearing. Terrorists are forming up groups. Terror cells have sprung up. Fulani herders are taking over this country with 20 million cows, cattle, roaming the whole country from North Sahara Desert to South Atlantic Ocean. They want to take over this country. One dominant feature among us is the killings, the slaughter, the defilement, the rape, the unscorched poison that Nigeria is facing. That Nigeria and the Nigerian citizens are undergoing in Benue State, 200 people slaughtered, maimed in cold blood. We are keeping quiet, not me. Therefore, the legal framework and obligation of the African Court Protocol 1998 was adopted by the OAU and continued under AU, established and it established a judicial organ that will try crimes of this nature. And the Human Charter on Human and People's Rights, Article 5, subsection 3 is very clear. The protocol enables individuals like me, and NGOs and other agencies to directly approach the court.
Okay.
If that country has submitted the instruments under Article 34(6). Why, therefore, I'm asking the Federal Republic of Nigeria that ratified the protocol has refused for 20 years, over 20 years, not to deposit this crucial declaration. I want anyone who has got the knowledge to answer me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this for humanity. And let me go in history. Nigeria is not my country. But Nigeria is an African country that would have made us proud if we put it back in order. The weakening of constitutional continental justice system has begun with Nigeria. Nigeria continued to fail as a state, a superpower with 250 million people.
Please.
Has failed to place these documents before the court. Remember, we have 11 judges.
All right, guys. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. So you see, the Nigerian government is just in the news for bad. You understand? Every other day, Nigerian government, Nigerian politicians, I don't like calling them leaders, they are just on the news for not good. They are dragging them up and down. They are dragging Nigeria government up and down. Now only then they this continent. When you have refused to do the needful, you made the law, you are still the law destroyer. Let's see how this story ends. Now, I go drop out my people. Drop your comment below the comment section. Share this video, make it go viral, so that Nigerians will understand, especially Biafrans, that people are out there seeking justice for them. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.